Hello, my name is Clive Sevier, and it gives me increasing honor and pleasure to present this short documentary on one man whose hard work and ambition earned him massive recognition in the lead-up to the world's most historic and hugely followed election campaign and vote, the United States presidential elections of 2008. This ushered the first black president into office, Barack Obama.
My fellow citizens, I stand here today humbled by the task before us.
We are at a time in history where our challenges are so great. Hatred and war, failing economies, threaten our very existence.
Let's put aside selfish agendas and build to make a better world.
Transform sectors of energy, education and health, and bring prosperity to all. Work for the common good. Yes, we can. Secure our destiny. For the power to make a better world is in our hands. Uniting to stand up for change we believe in. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Building a world for now and tomorrow. Yes, we can.
Now, during all the frenzy and excitement of having a popular black American candidate contesting the polls, some men and women from different states across the United States did not sit back to watch proceedings, but saw it differently and chose to be part of the successful campaign through a pledge of their tireless efforts and sleepless nights to make sure that Barack was adequately sold to the electorate. Amongst them, a young, energetic and vibrant lawyer, Eric Kasher. He led a team of lawyers that put together all the legal and necessary logistics required to win the poll and provide America and the world with a historic and significant event. A few months after President Obama assumed office, Mr. Eric Kasher visited Zambia on his first ever trip to Africa, and he expressed delight at being in a country that shared in the joy of a successful Democratic Party campaign in America, which, according to me, is the greatest country in human history going by its achievements and international standing. After word of his visit reached most Zambians, there was excitement and a longing to meet Mr. Kasher as an opportunity to get closer to President Obama through this man. Eric Kasher held a number of public foray at which he addressed various stakeholders and answered questions from curious locals ranging from high school pupils to adult intellectuals that have always wanted to put a finger on the major differences between politics in the developed world and Zambia. Eric made a stop at Your Anthem radio station, or YFM as it is popularly known, situated on the first floor of Anchor's house in Kitwe, and met the entire crew. I was privileged to speak to him, and he was honored to be here.
I'm doing well, Clive. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Zambia and welcome to Your Anthem Radio.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here. My first trip to Africa. Very excited about it. I am here on request of the U.S. Embassy here in Zambia. They have seen the enthusiasm that's associated with the Barack Obama campaign, and in advance of the elections of 2011, we wanted to take some time to share my experience from the Barack Obama campaign and also encourage youth to get out and register to vote and get out and participate, because youth was such a critical part of Barack Obama's success, and we're hoping that youth here in Zambia will also be encouraged to vote in 2011 as well.
It was also delightful to know that he got married only a few weeks before making the trip to Africa. Now, who is Eric Kasher could come as an important question. Well, I found out more about this vibrant lawyer, and he sure gave me some details. Eric is an attorney in San Francisco, California, and has been practicing law for the past 3 years at a firm called Howry, and served on the Obama campaign team as a coordinator for Young Lawyers for Obama. Eric also serves on various management boards and co-founded an organization called Citizen Hope in California. He is also currently the chairman of the Kamala Harris Young Professional Finance Committee. Born a twin to his parents Stanley and Faye Kasher, Eric attended the University of California, Berkeley, where he obtained an undergraduate degree in sociology with honors and a minor in African American Studies. He received his degree in law from the University of California Hastings College of Law.
I've been practicing law for 3 years in San Francisco, California, at a law firm named Howry.
And how did you find yourself on the Obama campaign team? I'm sure so many professionals would want to be on that team.
You know, that's a great question. I first heard about Barack Obama in 2004 when he gave a speech at the Democratic National Convention, and his message really resonated with me. You know, that there are no red states and blue states. We're just the United States of America, and focus on your similarities and less on your differences. So I told myself in 2004 that if he ever ran for president, I was going to get involved. And so as soon as he decided to run in 2007, a friend of mine who was working on the campaign, he had just gotten staffed on the campaign, said, you know, Eric, we've got Barack coming to town. He's coming to San Francisco. I'd like for you to help me co-host an event. Told him I agreed to do it, and I ended up co-hosting that event. I ended up raising more than anybody else for that event, and I was the youngest co-host on the event. So I got a chance to meet Barack personally. He thanked me for my work and then got on stage in front of 250 people and thanked me in front of them, so I was hooked.
Eric Kasha came to Zambia at the beginning of March of 2009 after getting married to his love Susanna on February 6. He proudly tells me they met at UC, the University of California, and she received a master's in education from Harvard University at Cambridge, Massachusetts. The two do not have any children yet, but his brother Bill has blessed him with a lovely nephew whom he adores greatly. He confidently told me he was raised Catholic, which is quite ironic with a mother who traces her origin from the Philippines, as that country has one of the largest Catholic communities in the world. But he says he only attends church on occasion. Eric tells me with a pleasant smile that his best moments in life so far have been the day that he got married to his wife Susanna, saying the wedding was something very special, and also the day his twin brother got married, not to mention the day his nephew was born. Also, he talks about the resounding joy that surrounded the election of Barack Obama as President of the United States, and somewhere also mentions that he was delighted with the success in the primaries when his team managed to secure victory in Iowa, where they entered as underdogs.
But for me personally, it was in the first caucus in Iowa, January of 2008, and this was because we had gone into Iowa. When we came into Iowa, we were down 15 points in the polls, and a lot of people had counted us out. And we were going into a state that was 95% white, and it was a state that had always gone to Republicans, and we didn't really think that we could possibly win it. We were hoping to finish second. But we went out there, and people got on the ground and started knocking on doors and telling people about Barack Obama, and we ended up winning that state. And I think that, in our minds, legitimized him. He got a 15-point bump in the polls after that, and I think the momentum started to shift at that point, and those of us within the campaign started feeling really good about it.
But on the whole, he is a jovial, hard-working gentleman with some adorable self-esteem and charisma that motivates everybody that he meets. On a personal note, I was prompted to ask him about his fitness routine, going by his energy, his posture, and unending zeal to work, and he confirmed my thoughts. He usually works out in the gym at his house or finds time off his busy schedule to play some basketball or golf, and encourages young people to maintain high levels of fitness in order to succumb to the pressures of day-to-day maneuvers. This young lawyer is a man for the people and says he enjoys mentoring and tutoring young stakeholders in the law fraternity, and mentions without surprise that he has caught the bug with politics and enjoys working on campaigns. That tells me we are yet to see him in bigger spheres of life. His taste for music depends on the mood, but he listens to various artists including John Legend, Stevie Wonder, and like most of us in his generation, he sometimes gets down to the likes of Lil Wayne, Kanye West, Jay-Z and T.I. But he adds that slow, soothing music makes his day. Eric inspires young people by saying being a lawyer, especially in the United States, is quite demanding and requires enough passion and dedication, as the job demands high levels of discipline and attention to detail, including long hours of hard work every day.